What's up, Net Soldiers? I'm Ned Alliance, and today I have Chapter 5 of What If Order 66 Failed. Now, before we begin, if you'd like to check out the previous chapters to better understand the story, I definitely recommend it. There'll be a link in the top of the screen and in the description below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Star Wars content. But with that said and out of the way, let's begin. 1 hour till the target. On Lothal, Jedi Masters Kanan Jarrus and Luminara Unduli sliced through a squad of droids, quickly turning the droids into heaps of scrap metal. Well, Kanan said, dispatching the last droid, I guess we're on the right track. The Jedi hopped on their speeders and headed towards the nearby town. As they left the scene, a person in an old clone helmet hopped on his own speeder and began to follow them. He kept his distance and believed himself to be quite stealthy. Jarrus and Unduli turned into a nearby canyon, and the man followed them. As he entered the canyon, he looked around for the Jedi, keeping his speed low so he wouldn't be seen. But then, all of a sudden, he felt an invisible gust of wind push him from his speeder. As he hit the ground, his helmet flew from his head, and a blue lightsaber met him only a few inches away. Who are you? Why are you following us? Kanan said, holding the blade to the stranger's neck. Stop! Hold on! The follower pleaded. It was then Kanan realized that this man was barely even a man at all. He was a teenager. You still haven't answered my question, kid. Who are you? The boy looked up to the Jedi with fear in his eyes. My name's Ezra Bridger. You two are Jedi, right? Luminara helped Ezra to his feet. Well, she said, looking to Kanan to whip up a good excuse. For although the Jedi didn't want to lie to the boy, they were on a secret mission, and so no one's supposed to know. Kanan said, we're not Jedi, we're, Ezra raised an eyebrow. If you're trying to lie to me, you're not doing a very good job of it. I mean, come on. I just saw you guys using the Force on those droids back there. Luminara then looked at Kanan again, still expecting a good lie to bail them out. Well, Kanan said, thinking of his excuse. It was, the wind? Ezra folded his arms and glared at Kanan. The wind, huh? Well, explain the lightsabers then. Kanan looked at his saber, then at Luminara, then back to Ezra. Well, touche, kid. You're right. We're Jedi. So you are Jedi. I knew it. I could sense it. Sense it? Luminara questioned. Yeah, he said. Before my parents died, I always had a strange feeling, or like a connection or whatever. But after their deaths, I found a journal that belonged to my mother. And in that journal, she wrote about how I was born Force sensitive. If she knew you were Force sensitive, why did she contact the Jedi? Master Unduli questioned. She was scared for me. It was right around the same time the Tyrant Palpatine was killed by the Skywalker. Luminara and Kanan looked at each other confused. The Skywalker? Is that what the kids call Anakin these days? Yep, Ezra confirmed. He's been my idol my entire life. I was hoping that either of you were him. Well, as you can see, we're not him, kid. Kanan said, walking away. Now, we gotta go. We have important business. Now, Ezra was a smart kid. He knew exactly why the Jedi were here on Lothal, and he used his assumed knowledge to do what he had to do. If you're wondering where these droids are coming from, I think I can help you. Kanan stopped in his tracks and turned back towards Ezra. Fine, kid. Let's hear it. Ezra then explained that there was odd droid activity south from them, and although Kanan and Luminara just met Ezra, they decided to give him a chance, and all three Force wielders headed south. When they arrived at their destination, they watched from a distance. What are they doing? Kanan said, peering through his binoculars. The droids were moving what seemed to be a massive rectangular stone. What is that? Unduli questioned. I think it's like a coffin, Ezra said, squinting his eyes. How do you know? Kanan asked. I have a lot of free time here, Ezra said, smirking. I've been all over these hills, and I've seen inside that cave where they got that thing from. I remember that coffin. Kanan looked towards the droids again. No, that doesn't make any sense. What would they want with an old coffin? I don't know, Ezra said. That cave is like an ancient tomb or something like that. Who knows what they're planning? Jarrus nodded to Luminara. It doesn't matter what they're planning. Whatever the case, the council needs to know about it now. I'm on it, she claimed, grabbing her holo communicator and walking several feet away. Ezra and Kanan chilled near the speeders while she attempted to make a connection. Luminara walked to a nearby boulder and was about to make a call, but suddenly, she heard a noise. A noise she hasn't heard for many years. It sounded like a droid's hinges, but bigger and stronger. A sound that only a few Jedi who actually fought in the Clone Wars could even recognize. For if you were to ever hear that dreaded sound, you were already a goner. No, she said under her breath. That's impossible. He's dead. She wielded her lightsaber and turned back towards the boys. Kanan! Ezra! Run! They were caught off guard as they looked to see what appeared to be a super advanced droid wielding 4 lightsabers landing behind her. She attempted to defend herself, but this monster was too quick, and in a split second, Luminara Unduli was cut down. It then looked towards Kanan and Ezra, using one of its arms to pick up Unduli's fallen saber. Kanan and Ezra slowly backed up to their speeders and took off. The monster watched as his yellow cat-like eyes followed them into the horizon.
You can run, but you cannot hide, Jedi scum.
But that is it for Chapter 5. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Chapter 6. And until next time, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.